All right, guys. So let's we are in this is lecture 03, and we are going to finish some of this code which is already here. Again, it is Internet Programming 3, and you are learning in the PHP. So once we are done with the PHP, we are going to create multiple website, both social media and SQL based and non-SQL based. All right. So if you watch the videos in continuation like 1, 2, 3, then you will get uh, most of the benefit. All right. So in the previous one we talked about how to declare variables. Okay, and now we are going to see that if the variable is declared globally, see, like they are from outside the function. And we talked about a function in the previous lecture too. A function is simply, your hands have a certain function. The car has a function to transport you. The aeroplane has a function to fly you. So, in programming, same thing. A function is made up of a few statements, and when they get executed, you get a result. And the way to declare it in PHP is you a keyword function and then my test2. All right, so this is my function, and what is this function doing? It is adding two number x and y. When these two number 10 plus 5, you see right here, x equal to 5 mean 5 is going to be stored in random access memory, 10 is going to be stored in random access memory. The CPU says, hey, what you want me to do with them? We say, hey, add 5 plus 10. They will be added, and you say, okay, I added them and I stored them in y. What do you want me to do next? We say, hey, put it on the screen for the user so he can see what is inside y. It is that simple. All right, let's go down. So you would write the code and execute it, and when you execute it, right here, there we go. So you would type localhost. In the first video I show you guys how to create this folder. So if you haven't watched that video, go back. So then to see, you want to execute that code, what you type, localhost. My code is on this local machine. That's what I mean, localhost 127.0.0.1. And then I have a PHP folder. In PHP folder I got a page written which is called php01.php. That's what I'm telling my browser, hey, do this. So in php01.php is executed, and the code there was when the code I just show you guys, the result is 15 right here. This is what you would see. All right, so that is echo y. Print, you can use print too, print $y. So that is 5 plus 10, 15. Now how to deal with strings in PHP? Very easy. So you start your PHP like this, then say echo print what PHP is fun. And if you guys see, we are using HTML, the heading, and that is perfectly legal. You can use yeah. So what would happen? This is going to be stored against this string in RAM. The CPU is going to execute it, and it is going to be on the screen. Very easy. This way you can also, you echo string this way. You can echo strings this way, sentences, strings. You can, and this is another way. So all these different ways, if you want to display text, you can do it. So what you would do, you would again go to the browser, type in localhost php01.php. When it execute, you should see this hello world. All these three statements, they are getting printed. All right, so it's like this. On your, let's say you guys are using cellular phone. On cellular phone you click on a tab, and that tab could be on any apps. You guys have apps, so when you click on the app internally, what happens is it goes to the RAM, it goes to the CPU, and when the CPU executed it, then you guys see it on the display on your cell phone. So in a very, very short period of time, that process happened, and the same thing is here. We send the code to the RAM, and it's executed, and then it is showed here. So let's go on next. Very easy, okay? Right here we got a variable. What is inside this variable? Learn PHP is stored where? It is stored in this variable text1. w3school.com, this is stored where? It is stored in text in that variable. Okay, what we want to do with it also, 5 is stored in RAM in this space, 4 is stored in Y. Now we are saying print. We say print what? This is a way you can print. So the concatenation dot 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 here, and in the middle you put this text. What is inside in this text, guys? That is learn PHP. So we should see PHP and the result. There we go. Not that here. Study PHP at W3 school. Okay. So if you guys come here, let's go back to is it notepad here. So inside here is learn PHP, and then we got print. Yeah, study PHP at where? At text2. But what is inside text2? Important to understand this. Inside text2 is stored. What is stored in there? W3 school. Study PHP at W3 school, but the W3 school is stored here, so that will be displayed. So if you go to the output page, what does it say? Study PHP at w3school.com. Okay, you need to learn this. Echo x plus y. Okay, what is x? And inside x there is 5, inside y there is 4. Add them, that should be 9. Easy, and that is right here. It is 9 is right here. There we go. uh, let's go to the next program, and you guys need to write this, write this code again and again, and it will make sense. Now once you learn one language, most of the time, if you learn C++, all these languages, that is just the mother of all the languages. So when you learn one language, it's kind of help you with the other languages too. All right, uh, let's go on. Right here in $x we are putting hello world, in $y we are putting hello world, and then we echo $x, and then we echo $y. What is it? This guy is stored in here, and we are saying, hey, store this guy in this space, and we say print it, print hello world, then make a jump into the next line, and then show us what is inside Y. What is inside X? Show me. Echo means show me. What is inside Y? Show me. Okay, and that is going to be hello world and hello world. Very easy. Now in PHP, we got data types. So for example, what is this number? This is integer 5985. So I can, this var dump. Whenever you guys see, like let's say I say ABC, and then there is these two brackets, it means it is a function for the very beginners. So var dump $x. So we want to see what is this 585. This is integer. What is stored inside $x? Well, inside $x is a space, it is a variable, and inside it is stored 5985, and this 5985 is an integer. Of course it is here, and that will show you that. So let me go here, 5985 right here, guys. That is an integer. Now if you don't, I mean, we can do this 598, and let's put dot there. Yeah, store this and refresh this guy. What is it? It's float now. Yeah, so whenever there is a decimal, it is a float. You got these variables, you got integer variable, you got float, you got long, you got double, and we can store some very big numbers whenever we declare, like let's say a float, we can store in that space, we can store a big number, and we will be talking about different kind of variables. So now, like when I say integer, so an integer, I can store a value, but I can store up to certain value. So let's make it this way. So if I make it such a long number, Now in integer, I should not, let's see it, I should not be able to say store this big number in integer space. Okay, whenever I declare something as integer, maybe let's see if it is. Let's refresh it, and you see a change into float, because float can store, when we declare it as a float, then we can store such a big number. In integer space we can't, and you guys can see that it was integer before, but now when the number become very long, then it is automatically changed into float. All right. Now cars equal to array. Okay, so in this array, we got Volvo, BMW, Toyota. Yeah, so in this array we are storing three different names. Now you see, that is the beauty, like I said before. For that one I would have to declare three variables, guys. um, Make a pen here. So I would have to declare three variables. For that I would have done $x, dollar sorry, this thing is bugging me. So if I had to store three names, so I would say, and for some reason it is not typing. So anyway, for that I would have used $x, $y, and $z. So instead of doing that, what you are saying, array, and this array has, it got three spaces, and in those three spaces I'm storing these three names, and then we can see it right here inside car. What do we have inside car? Inside car we are storing Volvo, BMW, and Toyota. I can show it to us. So if we see right here, it should array 3. Okay, so in zero spot we got string 5 Volvo right here, and in one spot we got BMW, and in spot 2 we got what? We got Toyota. Okay, and see, Toyota is how many characters? 1 2 3 4 5 6, so it is saying 6. Yeah. BMW is how much? It is 3, and then 5 is this guy. So don't get confused, it is just showing you how many there are. All right, I'm hoping you guys are getting this. See if this guy type. Yeah, it is typing now. So you know what it means is this. uh, in that array we got 0, 1, and 2. So in 0, what is stored? In 0 it was, I think, this thing, BMW, and then here Toyota or something. That's all we are doing. We're saying $car, and then we got an array. Okay, and in this array we got these three names, 1, 2, and 3, and all these three names are going to be stored in where? In $car, in an array, which is called $car. All right. I hope that makes sense. If not, you can message down, and I can help you. So let's stop here, and in the next one we are going to talk a little bit about classes, and we will continue our discussion on PHP.